Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to unpack insights on, well, today it's something pretty universal. Productivity. I mean, in this age of just constant demands, information overload, feeling overwhelmed is almost the default, right? Always feeling pulled in a million
It
directions.
really is. And that feeling, it drains your energy before you even start.
Exactly. So our mission today is to explore 5 specific psychology-backed productivity hacks. These should offer a practical way for you to regain some control over your time, your energy. This all comes from a review called 5 Productivity Hacks for Professionals.
Yeah. And the core idea from this source, it's really key. Productivity isn't about grinding harder. It's just not. It's about working smarter.
Smarter, not harder. Got it.
We're hoping to distill some knowledge here that helps you, cut through all that noise. Maybe find a few aha moments.
Okay, let's dive in. Hack number 1, time blocking. So the basics are you assign specific time chunks to specific tasks instead of just like an endless to-do list.
Right.
But how does it actually work? Why is it meant to be so transformative?
Well, it's about forcing intentionality. Instead of looking at a list and thinking, what now? You've already decided. It kind of removes that decision fatigue. You create this visual map of your day, your priorities.
A visual map. I like that.
Yeah. And for professionals juggling, meetings, deep work, emails, it stops you from trying to cram too much in. It really fights against overscheduling and that myth of multitasking. Those are huge productivity killers.
Oh, definitely. I know I've fallen into the overscheduling trap myself, thinking, oh, I can fit one more thing in.
We all have. And the review actually emphasizes that. Real-time blocking isn't just filling slots. It's about being realistic, building in buffers, maybe even scheduling breaks.
Right. Buffers are key.
And you commit to that task in that block. It's why people like Elon Musk or Cal Newport use it.
And the tools help now, too, right? Calendars, colors.
Absolutely. Yeah. Digital calendars make it way easier. Color coding, recurring blocks, makes it seamless. So the verdict, highly effective, especially if you need structure or focus in a kind of chaotic environment. Works for structured minds, works for creatives needing dedicated time.
Okay, so time blocking handles the big stuff, but what about all those tiny little tasks, the ones that pop up and wreck your focus?
Yes.
That brings us to hack number 2, the 2-minute rule. And this one sounds almost too simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, just do it immediately.
Deceptively simple, yes. It was popularized by David Allen, getting things done. Its power is psychological. It lowers the activation energy, that mental hurdle to just start something.
Activation energy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Think about it. Sending that quick reply, filing a document, super quick call. If you put it off, these tiny things build up. They create mental clutter, overwhelm.
Totally. Like a swarm of gnats.
Exactly. Doing them right away prevents that snowball.
Yeah.
It clears your head, reduces that cognitive load, and honestly, it gives you these little wins, these boosts of accomplishment throughout the day, especially with email hell.
Yeah, it definitely helps keep the inbox from exploding, but I've seen people kind of fudge the 2 minutes part, like, oh, this email will only take 2 minutes, and then bam, 20 minutes later.
Yes, the review flags that as the critical caveat. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. Is it really under 2 minutes? If yes, do it. If it's actually 5 or needs thought, schedule it. Don't cheat the rule.
Discipline is key then.
Discipline and honest time awareness. The real question it raises for you is, how many little friction points could you just erase with this?
Good question. Okay, moving on. Hack number 3, a real classic, the Eisenhower Matrix.
Ah, yes. Urgent versus important.
Exactly. Dividing tasks based on urgency and importance helps you decide, do it, defer it, delegate it, or just delete it.
The core problem this tackles is so common. We confuse what's screaming the loudest, the urgent stuff, with what actually matters long-term, the important stuff.
So we end up firefighting all day.
Precisely. Reacting, not acting strategically. This matrix cuts through that fog. It forces you to clarify. Is this just urgent, or is it truly important for my goals? It shifts you from reactive to proactive.
Which sounds crucial for anyone in a leadership role or even just managing their own work effectively.
Definitely. It's fantastic for managers, entrepreneurs, leaders juggling short-term crises and long-term strategy. But you know what? Its beauty is its simplicity. Anyone can use it.
You could just draw it on a napkin, right?
Literally.
Yeah.
And still get immense clarity. Imagine the relief of knowing you're putting your best energy where it counts most.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So connecting to the bigger picture, highly recommended for decision makers. It's timeless for focus and alignment.
Right. Okay, next strategy. Batch similar tasks. This one's about grouping similar work together. So instead of jumping between emails, reports, calls, you do all the emails, than all the reports.
Exactly. And the why here is all about cognitive cost. Task switching is a huge mental drain.
More than people realize, probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every time you switch email to spreadsheet, creative work to admin, your brain has to reorient, load new context, dump the old. It's like constantly restarting a computer program. Inefficient, exhausting.
So batching avoids that constant stop-start.
Precisely. It eliminates that context switching cost. It lets you get into a flow state, that deep focus zone. And the result, more speed, better accuracy, less mental fatigue, really vital in digital roles where multitasking is often, wrongly, seen as efficient.
So practical examples. All emails at once, all calls together.
Yep, or maybe all your writing in one block, all your research in another. Great for freelancers, creators, even teams managing shared workflows.
And you mentioned tools can help here too.
Yeah, things like the Pomodoro technique, setting timers for focused work blocks, or using FocusMate, they can really enhance batching. Helps you protect that flow state.
Makes sense. Essential for anyone with repetitive tasks or needing deep focus. Okay, brings us to our final hack. Top 3 priorities.
The power of less is more.
Yeah, this one feels quite different. It's about identifying just 3, your most important tasks for the day, and making those your absolute mission.
The psychology here is really potent. Instead of facing a daunting list of 20 items and feeling instantly overwhelmed.
Which leads to paralysis sometimes.
Exactly. Choice paralysis. This forces you to be strategic before you start. What 3 things will make today a win? It's a mental reset, a motivational kickstart. You're aiming for impact, not just busyness.
So it helps with that feeling of being busy but not productive.
Hugely. It ensures you make consistent progress on the big stuff by breaking it down into daily, achievable wins.
And it seems so simple. Anyone could start this tomorrow.
Totally scalable. Doesn't matter your role. Get those 3 done and you've made meaningful progress. You've won the day.
Simple, scalable, psychologically smart. Definitely a habit worth forming.
Absolutely. Reduces that daily cognitive load significantly.
Okay, so we've covered 5 distinct hacks. Time blocking, 2-minute rule, Eisenhower Matrix, batching, top 3 priorities. But what does this all mean for you, the listener? These aren't just isolated tricks, are they? They seem like they could work together.
You're spot on. If we look at the bigger picture, they're interconnected. They complement each other beautifully. Think of them less as separate hacks and more as components of a potential personal productivity system.
Right, and the source actually suggests an integration order, doesn't it?
It does. A very logical flow.
Start with the top 3 priorities rule. Identify your big wins for the day.
Yep. Know your targets.
Then schedule those priorities using time blocking. Give them dedicated space.
Protect that time.
Use the 2-minute rule throughout the day to clear out the small distractions, the little things that pop up, keep things smooth.
Keep the decks clear.
Apply the Eisenhower Matrix, maybe weekly or when planning, to make sure your top 3 are actually important, not just urgent. Keep the big picture in view.
Strategic alignment, yeah.
And finally, batch the rest of your work, the emails, the smaller tasks, the routine stuff for optimal, focused execution.
Exactly. Group the like with like for efficiency.
Wow, put together like that, it sounds really powerful.
It is. Because ultimately, every single one of these techniques honors your most valuable resources. We're talking your time, your attention, and your energy. Those are the real currencies of productivity today.
Time, attention, energy. I like that framing. And the review gave these hacks a top rating, right? 5 stars.
A full 5 out of 5. And for good reason. They're practical, they're proven, they're flexible. You don't have to implement all 5 perfectly tomorrow.
Just starting with a couple could make a difference.
Absolutely. Integrating even 2 or 3 can seriously boost your focus, your output, and honestly, just your feeling of being in control and satisfied at the end of the day.
Well, we hope this deep dive has given you some really practical tools, some powerful yet simple strategies to maybe transform your workday, help you get a better handle on your time and energy.
So the final thought to leave you with is this. What really stands out to you here? How could these strategies change how you deal with the urgent versus the important in your own life? Or maybe just give you back some of that valuable time, attention, and energy. How will you start experimenting with these tools, maybe combining them to really win your day?